Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is my most recent haul from Dessa's January pre-order. So let's get started. Dessa's Homespun Scents is owned by Dessa Bonner from Gilbert, Arizona. And Dessa is such a great person. She's a kind spirit, a talented, very, very talented. If you were person who purchased her advent calendar, so talented in all of her detail and blend creativity and just all around super impressive as a vendor. So I bought her I bought her advent calendar, and if you watch me and you follow Dessa's, I did a video of it and I was just so impressed with it. So I just couldn't wait to grab some more goodies from her January pre-order. And I got a little bit more than I did last time, but I really couldn't make decisions, and I grabbed mostly the Breakaway bars, which are perfect for me. I love to just snap them off and go, as I know many of us do. But I'll just, dive right in. Dessa's comes, her orders are very meticulously packed, and they do come with some business cards in here. Thank you for supporting my small business. And on the back are all of her personal wax tips for melting to get the maximum performance, out of her wax. And then this is a little, just her business card here. And then this is a little personalized card. Thank you, Ashley. Hope you enjoy, Dessa. So I like that personal touch that she takes the time to give us and make us feel special, when we open up the package. And also she does give us a little bag that has the samples in it. And also that's where these guys live, but I took the samples out of the bag before I sat down, and we usually get 3 samples, so I'll do those last. I got 3. Dessa used to do baby cakes. If you follow her and you purchase from her, she retired her baby cakes, and I don't really remember the specific reasons why, but she replaced them with these tiles. And some other vendors have these, if you purchase from the only one I can think of right now is Vintage Chic that does these tiles. But to replace the baby cakes, she's giving us 1 tile. They have various, she has various molds for them, but they're all about the same size. This one just feels slightly thicker than this one does, but I think it's just the weight of the oils in here, and just probably maybe the mold. But that's my opinion. So let's go ahead and get started. I picked up a tile of almond oatmeal biscotti. And I love almond. I loved almond, amaretto. All of those blends are just right up my alley. So the notes of this one are almond biscotti, oatmeal cookies, and vanilla frosting. House blend. I think I pretty much purchased all house blends except for a few. So I think I'll try my best to say if it's a house blend or not when I'm on it. But this says house blend. This is one of her new ones that was offered. And this one, it smells, it's not as with a big punch of almond as some other blends out there in the wax world have. This is a creamier version, and that oatmeal cookie is really dominant in this to me, and I love oatmeal cookie. And I think when this warms up, I'm going to let it cure some more, of course. The vanilla frosting will come out even more to make this creamy and yummy and all of that sorts of goodness. I haven't been on Facebook often, not often, the last few days. During the day I've been training at work, so I don't have time to jump on and look around in groups. So I think I saw Dessa post. She's going to be doing her next pre-order in April, and I think she made a post saying if there's any blends from her January pre-order that, we want to request again, or ones we really liked or something, for us to, do that on that post. I think I remember seeing something vaguely around, that topic, but I could be wrong. But usually around this time, she's working on getting her next list together. I know from talking to her in the past, it's quite an ordeal deciding what blends to offer, and I can't imagine the stress and anxiety that causes one. But this one is a nice one if you like a little bit of more of an oatmeal cookie, a more it's buttery and creamy. That is what I get from this one on cold. Next, I've had both of these next scents. They were part of her advent calendar. This one is Fall in New England. And this one, I think was day maybe 5 from the advent calendar. I know it was early on in the month, so forgive me if it's not the 5th. This is fresh brewed latte, buttery pumpkin, caramel sauce, and cinnamon streusel. This is also a house blend. I love this one. And I really wanted to buy a larger Breakaway Bar in this, but I did want to grab another coffee blend that I hadn't tried yet that I have been told is spectacular. So I decided to just buy the smaller size in this and allow myself to get a larger size of the other coffee blend. This performs, it's fantastic, creamy, caramely, buttery coffee blend, and it throws well. It lasts a long time. It's just one of those yummy caramel coffee blends. This is perfect. I mean, I love coffee. I drink coffee. I melt coffee scented coffee blends all year, any time of day. I know some people only like coffee in the morning. Not me. I will have coffee going at night in the bathroom. I'm not one of those picky ones. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I will melt any type of scent anywhere in my home. I don't have just bathroom is this type of scent and kitchen is this type of scent. I like to enjoy my wax, so I have it going anywhere at any time. So this is one I'm going to get going pretty soon. I love this one, like I said, and it's a good coffee one. Next one is another one from the Advent calendar. This is Catching Snowflakes. And this is not documented. Sorry, that's work talk. I do documentation all day long, so it's in my head. I'm sorry. It's not noted on here to be a house blend. The notes on here are balsam, cinnamon and clove, cedar wood, and sweet vanilla cream frosting. So this one, why I love this one and why I purchased this again is it's got a little bit more than just pine and cedar. I mean, around Christmas time and the winter time, we kind of get sick of all those tried and true balsam and cedars and just pine. My mind is escaping me, all the other different evergreens that are out there, just straight out pine. I don't particularly care for just straight pine. It can be kind of air freshener to me, and I just don't like that. I like something that has a little bit of cedar in it, and but where I was going with that is this one has a little bit of vanilla cream frosting and just a hint of cinnamon. So it takes it away from, oh, this is just an evergreen pine scent, to a little bit of sweetness in it with just a babyest hint of spice. So I got this again. This is a great blend. And whether that's a single oil or she puts a couple of other oils together, I don't know, but it's great. Okay, I'll do my little mini loaves next, and then I'll go into the Breakaway bars. Dessa gives us the option to have these little small loaves like this in Build-A-Bars. And I think we can choose up to 3 cents per bar. And then she also offers them in the large ones too, which I've yet to buy a large one. The last several pre-orders, I've ordered a couple of the Build-A-Bars, Build-A-Loaves, whatever she calls them. And I've made customs out of them. But there were just a few blends that I absolutely love from her that I wanted to just get single blends of. That first one being another one from the Advent calendar, Gingerbread House. And why I love this one is my husband loves gingerbread too, and this is one that he commented on several times when I had this melting. I don't remember what day this was in the calendar. I think it was a little bit towards the end. I remember it being a gingerbread house, and it was a fairly large size. So I got 3. I think I melted it downstairs in my open concept, so I might have broke it in half or in 3. I don't remember. But these notes are gingerbread, molasses, vanilla, and cloves. And this is slated as a house blend. But this is the most perfect, the most authentic, best, non-artificial smelling gingerbread smell I have met in wax. And I love gingerbread just myself, and now that I know that Marty likes it, I wanted to buy a little bit of a larger size. So whenever I do choose to melt this, which is probably honestly going to be in the fall time, this will be nice and cured, and it's strong. Boy, does this last. If you have authentic gingerbread, I've made Ina Garten Barefoot Contessa's gingerbread orange frosted cupcakes, and this smells, I'm going to say a trigger word for people, moist, but this smells like moist gingerbread cake, gingerbread cookies, soft ginger snaps. Ginger snaps are probably one of my favorite cookies in the world. I've made ginger snaps so many times. I wish my ginger snaps smelled like this. This is phenomenal. I love this. Bravo, Dessa. This one is fantastic. Moving on. We'll stick with the holiday ones. Holiday Nest type. This is a dupe for Nest. I love Nest. I actually have a Nest fragrance on today, Dahlia and Vines. I don't know if any Nest fans out there, or even, I haven't really looked at Nest in years. Maybe it's out of business. I think it's still in business though. At least the home fragrances, the Dahlia and Vines, I like it as a fragrance. So holiday is orange, pine, pomegranate, amber, cinnamon, and cloves. This is a classy, I don't want to say potpourri, but this is a classy, Christmassy, holiday, homey scent. This is something, I've had this in other vendors, and this pretty much smells linear to other vendors that have this, this dupe, but I love this, and I bought this because there's only a couple, maybe one other vendor that I will buy this from because of the quality of the oil. And I know that Dessa uses quality oils. I can just tell by smelling some of her single oils, such as Beach Nights. It's right up there with my favorite vendor who has Beach Nights. And that goes, quality oils can take or make or break, you know, good wax, in my opinion. So this one is a great one if you like holiday from Nest, and you know this is offered this coming holiday season. Grab this one. I think you'll like it. Poppy's putting her little paw under the door. That's my cat. Pirate Voyage. Oh my! This is one of my favorite scents I have smelled from Dessa. This is, and I've talked about this one before. I've raved about this one, I think, in a couple of Dessa videos ago on my channel. This is Pirates of the Caribbean inspired. This is Sea Spray, Aged Wood, Cannon Smoke, and Musty Water from her Main Street Memories collection, which is inspired by Disney World and Disneyland. And of course, this is a house blend. If you've been to Disney World or Disneyland, the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, you know, it's indoor and water. So automatically you're going to have that musty smell just because of having indoor and water and moisture and mildew and just that aroma that all the stuff that grows in there gives off. But mixed with this is a little bit of that gunfire smoke, the cannon smoke, because Pirates of the Caribbean, they like to fight, you know, kind of, you know, watch the Johnny Depp movies. That's what's happening in the ride. And this smells just like that. The musty wood, the cannon smoke. This is nostalgic for me, and I know a lot of other people out there on so many levels. This one, I even toyed with buying a large loaf in this, but I told myself no because I wanted to get some other Breakaway bars. So this one, if you like that smell, if you've been on those rides, give this one a try. It's fantastic. I can't say enough about it. And this next one is Petrichor and Earth. And this one is described as the scent of the wet earth that lingers after the rain. And I grew up in southwestern Pennsylvania, and it gets humid there. Not as humid as Louisiana and Florida and all of those Alabama, Mississippi's. Not that deep of humidity, but it does get muggy and sticky. You do walk outside in the summertime and you sweat within 5 minutes if it's a really humid day. And this doesn't quite remind me of hot asphalt when the rain hits it kind of a smell, but this does smell like rain and wet earth, and it doesn't smell like dirt or soil to me. This is just it reminds me of a fresh spring. It has been raining like crazy out here in Utah. You know, the winter is moving on out and spring's coming in, and the weather patterns are unstable right now. But this is just something that reminds me of springtime. It's perfect for right now. And I haven't seen Dessa offer this at least in the last year. So I grabbed this, and I am so happy with it because it does remind me of summertime and springtime, and you know, the smell of rain. You know, that's about all I can say about that. Okay, moving into the Breakaway bars. Of course I got more of these because, like I said, I love the convenience of just being able to snap off and go, and I like how they store too. You know, they don't take up too much room, and you know, you can store them pretty uniformly like this. So, okay. I did fail to mention, Dessa changed the aesthetic and a little bit of the fonts on her labels, and I think it's cute too. This first one is Tropical Fruit Chiller. I had this in a sample a couple of pre-orders ago, and I fell in love with it. This is your Hawaiian punch, basically, but it's stronger, it's bolder, it's richer than just, you know, this is the closest to putting your nose in a bottle of Hawaiian punch as I've ever gotten in wax. And I love Hawaiian punch. I hated fruit punch, Hawaiian punch, when I was a kid. I hated it, yucky. Now that I'm an adult, I like it. But these notes are just like a tall glass of fruit punch. Black cherry, lime, lemon, and orange. And you really get that perfect combination of all those citrus yumminess together. This is a great one. This is strong. This is long lasting, and it's perfect. It's a great fruit punch blend. Great for summer. I'll melt this in the summertime. Next, this is a new blend that was offered. This is Baking Me Crazy. And I knew I would love this, and I should have bought a larger size of this, but I didn't. This is fresh baked bread, vanilla butter fudge, and zucchini bread. Vanilla butter fudge adds such a depth and richness to just about any bakery blend out there, and I love that she chose this for one of the notes in here. When I smell this, I get right off the bat that unmistakable punch of zucchini bread. You know, I know there are some of you out there that think it smells like Fritos or feet and all of that stuff. I luckily don't get that. I get that zucchini bread vibe right off the bat. But then in the next sniff, I get that doughiness and that yumminess of fresh baked bread. And then the richness comes in of that vanilla butter fudge. And vanilla butter fudge to me just makes everything creamier and richer, and just kind of ties all the ends up in terms of making something bakery even better, if that makes sense. I really like this one. Bravo. Next, that one is a house blend also, as is Tropical Fruit Chiller. This next one is a new one, I believe. This is Shipwreck Island. And I love the color of this beautiful aqua color. It's blue. Yeah, it's blue to you guys too. I love this one. This is Beach Nights, Bonfire Bliss, Vanilla Voodoo, and Salty Sea Air. And I got this one because I love Beach Nights, and I thought about buying, I think she offered just straight Beach Nights this last time, but I've had that one, and I wanted to give this one a try. I haven't smelled her Vanilla Voodoo, and, you know, Salty Sea Air and Bonfire Bliss are single oils, as is Beach Nights, but Vanilla Voodoo, this smells, I don't know the notes of Vanilla Voodoo, but I want to say Vanilla Birch might be one of the notes of Vanilla Voodoo, or Madagascar Vanilla or something, but I'm really getting a rich, a little bit of a Vanilla Birch vibe. I am getting a little bit of salty from the Salty Sea Air, and I'm not getting too much Beach Nights, but I think this blend is complex, and this one, will probably be one that comes out alive more on warm. So once I get melting this later in the summer, I'll talk about that in one of my empties. Next is Library of Enchantment. This is another one from her Main Street Memories, inspired by Disney collection, house blend. This is aged old books, parchment, leather spines, and smoldering fireplace. And I've seen this blend offered several times and I've skipped it, but this time I said, nope, you're coming home with me. And here it is. This, right off the bat, I get that leather smell. And sometimes I will say leather can be really, really strong and really off-putting to me. But I thought with the parchment, which is, you know, older aged paper, with a little bit of that smokiness from the fireplace, and especially books. I love books oil. This is a great one. I imagine there's a blend out there from another vendor, and it's been a while since I've had it, but it almost would make me think about what the library in Beauty and the Beast smells like. You know, when Belle is on the ladder in the library, like that is my dream room. I would love to have, I mean, let's face it, how are you going to clean all that, first of all? But I would just love to roll on the ladder and climb up and look at immaculate, infinite number of books and have this roaring fire going in the background. This is like Beauty and the Beast, the library scene. I think most of you guys know what I'm talking about. The 1994 animated one. I've seen, I made Marty take me to the Beauty and the Beast, the live one with Emma Watson when it came out, and he hated every minute of it, especially when I started singing. And but you know what I'm talking about, that beautiful scene where Beast gifts the library to Belle. So this one, it smells like old encyclopedias from libraries. This is a really good one too. I think a lot of these Main Street Memories ones are nostalgic for so many of us. I know it is for me, at least. Okay, let's keep going. This is Orange Grove. Now this one's new to me, and I love this orange. It's so brilliant and happy and fun and just, you know, ready to get out of the dreary winter, ready to go in the summer, just bright freshness. This is Zesty Orange's pick from the Grove. You can even smell the pills. That's accurate. This is, it doesn't quite smell like orange juice, you know, I will say. It's more orange peel in that orange oil, but this smells fantastic. I am trying to incorporate a little bit more orange blends in my life, and that's why I grabbed this one. And this is great. It's happy, it's citrusy, and it's just a great fruit blend. Next, this is another one from the Advent calendar. This is Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. This was December 1st, the very first one. Dessa came right out of the gate, coming in hot, however you want to say it. This was a fantastic blend. This is chestnuts, brown sugar, sugar cookies, and marshmallow fireside house blend. This one, oh, if you like chestnuts and cookies, that rich sugar cookie, if you like brown sugar and a little bit of that smoky sweetness from marshmallow fireside, this one you would want to try. If this comes back in the fall or winter, this one, I was so impressed by day one. I was like, man, I got on Dessa's post about Advent, which blends are your favorites, and I voted for this one because this is a great blend. So good. Bravo. Next is one of her classic ones that Ashley hasn't tried yet because I've skipped I've skipped over. Is sugared zucchini streusel. I know. I love zucchini bread, and it's taken me a while to order this one. But this is zucchini bread, sugar cookie, and cinnamon streusel crumble house blend. This, I love this bright, vibrant green. It reminds me of a iguana or a chameleon, you know, right before they get to the chameleon changes in the jungle. But this is cinnamon with a little bit of dough and a little bit of the sweetness from the sugar cookie and zucchini bread. I see why this one I see why this one is so popular. This is a great one. I don't really have to say much about it because I know this is a really sought after one and a really popular one. As is this next one, fresh bread and jam. I actually have a Breakaway Bar. This I'm working on right now in my melting tote. And I put 3 of these in my cord in my office last week. And I'm not kidding, it lasted 7 or 8 hours. I put it in the morning. And, you know, I've been training at work, and, you know, even when I work from home on those days, I'm still helping and, you know, teaching that way too, and doing my own stuff. But I will tell you, some days I'm busier than others. And when I put this blend in, I thought I'll put this in for, you know, 4 or 5 hours, and then I'll change it in the late afternoon. And I ended up not even changing this because it was still going strong when I was done with work that day. So that just really goes to show you how some of these blends just blossom on warm. This is Crusty fresh bread and strawberry jam. I love a good strawberry blend, and it's coming up on strawberry season. So this one is so good. I've described this one before. You can smell the crusty, crunchy, you can smell that bread. You know, we've all had crusty bread, we've all had doughy bread, we've had rolls, but this is kind of reminds me of a not quite a baguette, like not from Panera or anything like that, but just fresh, maybe French bread that's crusty, and you know, it's fresh, and you break it and you just smell that aroma, and it has crusty bread smell to it. It really does. I'm not crazy. It really does smell like that to me. So this is a fantastic one. Definitely in her Hall of Fame. Yummy. Just yummy. Okay, this next one is a new one. This is Cowboy Take Me Away. This is fresh showered Cowboy. Hint of cologne, fog, leather, grass, and wood smoke. And I bought this, honestly, with Rip Wheeler from Yellowstone in mind, because I love me some Rip. Rip is fantastic. You know, it's funny, you know, Cole Hauser, the actor who plays Rip, he was, if anybody's watched ER, I am in the last season of ER. I know, I am way late to the game, but I'm in the last season of ER. And Sam, one of the nurses, you know, in the later part of the show after Carol Hathaway and Doug leave, Sam's a single mom, and she has an abusive ex-husband or boyfriend. I can't remember if they were married or not, but her, I think his name is Steve. The original Steve was played by Rip Cole Hauser, and I'm pretty sure he's an abuser, because he, you know, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who's choosing to watch ER now, almost 30 years after the fact. But Cole Hauser has matured into such a beautiful man, beautiful specimen. I love Rip. Anyways, back to Dessa. Sorry. That's what I had in mind with this blend. So this one, it smells, I like that she chose to add grass and wood smoke in it, because, you know, kind of having, I don't know exactly what fresh showered Cowboy is supposed to smell like, but I would, educated guess would be cologne. And this has hint of cologne, but maybe, I don't know, fresh showered Cowboy. That's an interesting note. But fog, an outdoorsy scent, I would say. Leather, grass, and wood smoke. Just all those things that a cowboy you would think smell like. I don't know. This is not a knock you down cologne scent. It's not like Sauvage, and it's not like, although I love Sauvage, don't get me started on Johnny Depp. I love him too. It's not cologne. This is like a freshly showered man that has just regular aftershave on, that isn't super heavy. It's just lingering there. This, and I like the grass because it adds a little bit of outdoorsiness to it without it being an outdoorsy fresh scent. I think that's the best way I can describe this one. This is a good one. I'm excited to warm this one up. Next, this was her #1 seller seller, not sailor, from her pre-order. This is Cinnabon. And this is a doughy center of a cinnamon roll with cream cheese frosting. And I don't know about you, but I lived in South Carolina when I was a child, and Cinnabon seems to be all over the place there. My mother would never, ever go to Cinnabon. And I know why, because you would want to eat the whole entire store. And I think, I can't even tell you the last time I've had Cinnabon. And you know why? Because it's usually at the airport, and it's either not open because we're there way early, or super late, depending on if we're flying red eye or not. Or two, the line is so long I don't feel like waiting in it. Or two or three, I can't. So this is going to have to suffice for now. You have regular cinnamon roll and cinnamon bun oil, so they're kind of just okay to me. And I thought about, I had to give this one a try because her description of doughy center, the center of the cinnamon roll, is the best part of the cinnamon roll. Y'all can have the outside, the crunchy corners, all of that. You can have that. I would like the doughy center. So what sold me on this is just that, doughy center. Smelling this, it's got Grands in the grocery store. Grands make cinnamon rolls. This smells like that to me. Just a fresh, unbaked cinnamon roll that's ready to go with the cinnamon sugar filling and the goo icing on top. This is what that smells like to me. And you get the slightest hint of cinnamon sugar. It's not overpowering to where people who don't like cinnamon are going to be like, oh, it's too cinnamon for me. And it's absolutely not spicy cinnamon. It is sugar cinnamon. And the cream cheese frosting, man, that dough, that dough. I love this. I love this. I want this in another size. This is so good. I hope that when I melt it, it just doesn't make me want to go out and buy all the cinnamon rolls out of out of the grocery store and bakery. But this is a good one. Ooey, gooey, doughy yumminess. So good. Next, this is one I've talked about already, but I bought it in a Breakaway Bar. This is Gingerbread House, so I won't talk about it again. What happened is I ordered Gingerbread House in a Breakaway Bar. And then I wanted to also order it in the mini loaf, but I forgot to order the mini loaf in my first order, so I had to hop back in and grab a mini loaf. But I got this with the intent of kind of melting it throughout the year randomly when I just want to smell that rich depth of ginger molasses yumminess in the middle of summer. Almost to the end here, guys. Next is Mystic Woods. And I think this is a new one. I might be wrong, but I think it's a new one. And yeah, everything's been a house blend so far. Mystic Woods, Circus Concession, Smoked Vanilla Woods, Cedar Wood, and Barnwood planks. And there's a gnat in here. Sorry. I don't know where they live, gnats, by the way. They just appear out of nowhere. It's the first gnat I've seen in a long, long time. But I don't know where they live. But anyways, that was what was there. Cedar wood and barnwood planks. And what sold me on this one was barnwood planks. I love barn stuff. I love wood and damp wood, and I love that. It just makes me think of my dad's house and his barn. And so this one, I get that circus concession. Dessa has a really good one. She has Circus Under the Stars, which is her circus concession with Palo Santo, which I've bought twice, and I didn't buy it again this pre-order. So I decided to go with, knowing how good that one is and how good her circus concession is, I decided to go with this one because I wanted that complexity of the vanilla woods, which smells so good. And cedar is fantastic. It's one of my favorite woods. It's perfect for a lot of blends. And then the barnwood planks, this gives a little bit of a rusticness to it and a little bit of dampness to it. This is a great one. It's complex. I think that one will come alive on warm. And finally, I got coffee and donuts. This is a house blend. This is rich coffee and sweet glazed donuts. And this is the one I wanted to try versus a little bit more of the other blend I talked about. This is a rich coffee. It's sweetened up perfectly, just enough with that sweet glazed donuts. And I love this coffee blend. This one will start to be, I'll start to melt this one pretty soon. And the samples I got, I've actually had all 3 of these before. This first one is Southern Banana Pudding. I had a Breakaway Bar of this. I bought this for Marty. And his mom makes banana pudding. Fantastic, fantastic banana pudding, by the way. My mother-in-law grew up in Louisiana. There's that Nat again. Sorry. She grew up in Louisiana, and this is from, you know, her childhood, her mother's recipe. And this is hers. I bought this because of, you know, my mother-in-law making it, and I, you know, wanted to surprise Marty with a banana pudding wax. And this smells like creamy bananas, vanilla custard, vanilla wafers, whipped cream. She makes hers with meringue. I prefer with whipped cream, but the meringue is good too. This is homemade banana pudding. So good. Perfect. I'm kicking myself that I didn't order this again, but it'll come back. Next is Ice Circus cookies. This one is Dessa's. I don't know if this is a house blend or not, but this one is her take on the frosted animal circus cookies or iced animal circus cookies, you know, whatever you want to call it. It has just, you know, this is not an overpowering blend. It's not super strong, but it is nostalgic, and it gives that little bit of crispy cookie with the frosting. This is a good one. I love the color too. I love that Dessa pink. And finally, this is Pineapple Frozen Whip, which is part of her Main Street Memories collection for Dole Whip. This is such a strong, authentic, juicy pineapple. This is a good one. If you like Dole Whip and you like pineapple, give this one a try. So that's my haul from her January pre-order. So I wanted to do this video, you know, just to talk about some of these in case they come back in her April pre-order. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope everyone has a great rest of the week, great weekend. Happy spring next week. I can't wait. Can't wait. I love spring. And I like summer, but, you know, I'm happy for spring. So thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you soon.